Good afternoon to all the participants. Myself Vaibhav Singh and I am going to present this demo. So in this session I am going to present the optical front end of Li-Fi downlink, and I will also demonstrate the optical front end of Li-Fi downlink on the hardware setup, that is transmitting any signal through the LED and receiving that signal at the photo detector. So here are some contents which is required for the optical front end of Li-Fi downlink. I will show the whole block diagram of optical front end of Li-Fi downlink, which will cover transmitter, LED, blue filter and optical lens, photo detector, receiver, and some calculated experimental results. At last I will show the demo on the hardware setup. In this slide, I am showing the whole block diagram of optical front end of the Li-Fi downlink. As you can see at the transmitter, I am using function generator, bias T and DC power supply for driving the LED, which is converting electrical signal into optical signal. After the LED drive, the spread light is focused on pin photodiode with the help of optical lens. I am using pin photodiode for converting optical signal into electrical signal. Here I am also using blue filter at the receiver for passing only blue light which have a fast response and blocking the yellow component which have a slow response. After that, the electrical signal is passing through the three stages of the receiver circuit, which are the transimpedance amplifier circuit, high pass filter and equalization circuit. And at last oscilloscope will show the signal which is transmitted by the transmitter. So whatever signal is transmitted by the transmitter, receiver circuit will receive that signal and that signal will see on the oscilloscope. Let's discuss in detail all the parameters. First is transmitter. In the transmitter, function generator is using as a source and DC power supply is using for giving a proper offset. And the third one is VAST, which is a three-terminal device where the first terminal is RF port which is connected to the function generator, and the second terminal is DC port which is connected to the DC power supply, and the third terminal is RF plus DC port, that is the output of the BAST which is given to the LED. You can see in this block diagram. Here this is the RF port of the BAST, this is the DC port of the BAST, and this is the RF plus DC port of the BAST which is given to the LED. Coming to the next slide, which is for LED. So currently I am using one LED which is a white LED, the combination of blue light and yellow phosphor component. So this LED is converting electrical signal into optical signal, and the minimum requirement for driving the LED, that is the forward voltage should be minimum 2.7 volt and the forward current should be minimum 50 milliampere. Here the operating temperature range for the LED is also defined. Next is blue filter. Blue filter is using for filtering out the slow yellow component and passing only blue light, because the modulation bandwidth of the yellow phosphor component is typically 3 to 5 MHz due to the long response time, which also limits the bandwidth of the LED. Here the transmittivity of the blue light is 90% between 400 nanometer to 500 nanometer. After the blue filter, I am using optical lens in front of pin photodiode, which is a plano-convex lens. Here the size of the lens is 30 mm and the focal length of the lens is 25 mm. Now the optical signal which is coming from the LED will convert into the current signal with the help of photodiode. Here I am using SI pin photodiode which has the cutoff frequency is 300 MHz and the photosensitivity of the photodiode is 0.2 ampere per watt at 440 nanometer. That is, we will get only 20% of the full light on the photodiode. After that we have receiver circuit. In the receiver circuit there are three stages. The first stage is transimpedance amplifier circuit which will convert the current signal into the voltage signal. The op-amp I am using in the transimpedance amplifier circuit is OPA 847 and the gain bandwidth product of this op-amp is 3.9 GHz. Here the transimpedance gain of the transimpedance amplifier circuit is 12 kilo ohm. Since the photocurrent is generated by the photodiode is in the range of microampere, so I take the value of the gain of the transimpedance amplifier circuit is in the range of kilo ohm and the calculated value of the feedback capacitor is 0.25 picofarad. The second stage is high pass filter, which is for filtering out 50 Hz power frequency signal and reducing the low frequency noise. Here the cutoff frequency of the high pass filter is 289 Hz. And the third stage is equalization circuit, which is a passive equalizer circuit. This circuit has been designed to enhance the bandwidth of the VLC system. Now here are the some calculated experimental results, that is, first is transmitted communication power which is 20 milliwatt or 13 dBm and the second is receiver sensitivity which is 0.1 milliwatt or minus 10 dBm. Both the calculation, that is the value of the transmitted communication power and receiver sensitivity, is measured by the light meter. And the third is the distance between LED and photodiode, which is 30 centimeter. Here I am also showing the overall 3 dB bandwidth of the VLC link. So when I am not using the blue filter, then the 3 dB bandwidth of the VLC link is 2.5 MHz. And when I am using the blue filter, then the overall 3 dB bandwidth of the VLC link is 12 MHz. And when I am using the blue filter with the equalization circuit, then the overall 3 dB bandwidth of the VLC link is extended to 20 MHz. So the achievement of the 3 dB bandwidth of the VLC link is shown in demo. In this demo, I will show the optical front end of Li-Fi downlink by transferring an analog signal between LED and photodetector at higher frequency, which is currently 20 MHz. Now I am demonstrating the Li-Fi downlink by transferring an analog signal between LED and photodetector at higher frequency, and I will show the impact of blue filter, that is how blue filter will help to enhance the bandwidth of the VLC link. So as I am shown in the PowerPoint presentation, here I am using function generator as a source and now taking an analog signal, that is a sine signal with the amplitude of 1 volt peak to peak. This signal is going to the RF port of the bias T through the cable, and I am giving the offset from this power supply to the DC port of the bias T through the cable, and the output of the bias T, that is RF plus DC port, is giving to the LED. Here I am using only one LED. So I am giving the offset of 2.8 volt and it drawn 80 milliamp current. Now the LED is on, that is it is converting electrical signal into optical signal. Now this optical signal is converting into current signal with the help of fin photodiode. After this, the first stage of the receiver circuit is converting current signal into voltage signal, which is known as transimpedance amplifier. Now that voltage signal is passing through high pass filter circuit and equalization circuit and receiving that signal on this oscilloscope. Now you can see the received signal. If I block the path between LED and photodetector, then we will not get any signal on this oscilloscope. And if I remove my hand, we will get the signal on this oscilloscope. Here, this link is receiving the signal without using blue filter. So let's check the overall bandwidth of the link. Here we can see the amplitude of the signal is 416 millivolt peak to peak at 100 kilohertz. Now for calculating the 3 dB bandwidth, first we will see at which frequency the amplitude of the signal is getting 290 millivolt peak to peak. So that frequency will be the bandwidth of the link. Now I am increasing the frequency, that is 200 kilohertz, and the amplitude of the signal is 420. Now again I am increasing the frequency, that is 500 kilohertz, and the amplitude of the signal is nearly 416 millivolt. Again I am increasing the frequency, that is 1 megahertz. The amplitude of the signal is 400 millivolt. Now again at 2 megahertz, the amplitude of the signal is 316 millivolt. Now at 2.5 megahertz, the amplitude of the signal is nearly 283. So that frequency is the 3 dB bandwidth of the link, that is 2.5 megahertz without blue filter. Now I am using the blue filter between LED and photodetector. So you can see after using the blue filter, the amplitude of the signal is reduced because of the photosensitivity of the photodiode, which is 0.2 ampere per watt at 440 nanometer. Again you can see, if I block the path between LED and photodetector, then we will not get any signal on the oscilloscope, and if I remove my hand, then we will get this signal again on the oscilloscope. Again let's check the bandwidth of the link when using blue filter. Here we can see the amplitude of the signal is nearly 50 millivolt peak to peak at 100 kilohertz. Now for calculating the 3 dB bandwidth, first we will see at which frequency the amplitude of the signal is getting 35 millivolt peak to peak, which is the 0.7 value of the 50 millivolt peak to peak. So that frequency will be the 3 dB bandwidth of the link. Now I am increasing the frequency, which is at 500 kilohertz. The amplitude of the signal remains same. Again increasing the frequency, that is at 1 megahertz. The amplitude of the signal is again same. Now it's 3 megahertz. The amplitude of the signal is same at 5 megahertz. The amplitude of the signal is nearly 45 millivolt. Again I'm increasing the frequency again at 10 megahertz. The amplitude of the signal is nearly 40 millivolt. Again I'm increasing the frequency at 15 megahertz. The amplitude of the signal is now 37 millivolt. And at 18 megahertz is again nearly 37 millivolt peak to peak, and at 20 megahertz I am getting 35 millivolt peak to peak. Again I am increasing the frequency, that is at 20 megahertz, 22 megahertz. The amplitude of the signal is now 30 millivolt. So at 20 megahertz we get 35 millivolt peak to peak. So this is the overall 3 dB bandwidth of the link using blue filter. As you saw the demo, the achievement of the overall 3 dB bandwidth of the VLC link is 20 MHz with the communication distance between LED and photodiode is 30 cm. Here I am used only one LED, that is, the longer distance could be achieved if more identical LEDs were used. Thank you.